Why is it that I received $4,200 in food stamps for my kids this month? Mind you, I have 7 kids.
Oh, damn.
I'm sorry.
I got those on the 9th. Okay, today's the 20th, and I literally only have $256 left.
I'm gonna pray for you.
Does that not make sense to y'all? Like, okay, do you not understand how much food is costing me? Imagine how much food I've had to buy and spend on, and that amount of time that I'm that low on food stamps already. I should be getting more. 7 kids is a lot to feed.
Unapologetically FBA. Truth they don't teach, history they erase, legacy they owe. This ain't just content, it's correction. We fought the foundation. Now act like it.
Tell me why I get this letter in the mail today telling me that I have to freaking show up for 15 hours a week, okay? 15 hours I'm gonna have to take out of my time to go and do what? Some hours? I have to put in some effort so I can get food stamps? Are you kidding me?
Do you understand there are people like me who go hungry the last week of the month just so my kids can't eat? Because SNAP benefits is all we fucking get? I need somebody to please fucking tell me he's lying. I can't. What the fuck am I gonna do? Oh, fuck.
I live off the government. I don't need you guys telling me to go to work. I obviously know I can go to work if I choose to, but I'm not going to. I don't know how to get this through your guys' thick skull. I am never going to work. I will live off the government for the rest of my life. I have plenty of money this way. Why would I ever choose to go to work? What you guys don't get is that we have income. We're not just sitting on our asses all day. Therefore, we get that income plus our food stamps, which is $1,500 a month, every single month. So yeah, we're living large and in charge over here. So you all can just shut up, quit telling me to get a job. I will not be doing that. I will not be taking that advice. I will not be... No. Just because you're not as smart as me to live off the government does not mean that I should have to get a job. So keep that in mind. Have a great day and shut the fuck up.
Thanks to the Democrats, I may not get food stamps next month. I've been checking here lately, I don't know why. Trying to hold this phone steady.
Doing for the first time in 12 years, okay? I am getting up, I'm ready, did my hair, took my shower, brushed my teeth, and I'm going to do my community service hours. Why community service hours, do you ask? Because they told me in order to keep my food stamps, I would have to do 15 hours of community service per week. That's at minimum. I can do more if I want to, which I probably will because I don't have anything else going on. And my kids are in daycare since I qualified for subsidized childcare. So, I'm going to do my 15 hours.
So I just received an email from my food stamp benefits saying that if the government shutdown lasts longer than this month, I will not be receiving any benefits next month. And it's like, this month is kind of already done with, so I don't really see the government opening back up before October's over. What I get paid equals to the amount of what my bills are. Just bills. So that doesn't include diapers and wipes, gas, food, It's just the rent, the water, the electricity, the cable, the internet, my phone bill, and my car insurance. That's the bill. I find myself left struggling to put gas in my car, buy diapers and wipes, and food. Luckily, I have food stamp benefits. So if I don't receive my food stamp benefits next month, it's like... And it's not like I'm like sitting around being lazy just collecting help from the government. I work full time. It's just everything's increasing except my pay rate. There's a lot of people that are in my situation that work full time and still cannot afford to buy food because your paychecks literally cover just bills. So me seeing that email on my phone just now kind of like blew my whole evening because I wasn't really believing the rumors. I don't really follow the news and all that. I mean, us moms always figure it out. We're always gonna find a way. But it is kind of stressful, like having to now think about how I'm gonna buy food next month, plus all my bills that I can barely afford anyways.
If you are one of the families that's going to be affected by the SNAP benefit not going on after November 1st, like, where the fuck is Thanksgiving going to be? How the fuck do they expect us to feed the families? When you have a big family like mine, don't leave a hate comment because you know what? God put me on this earth. I created as many kids as I wanted and that my body allowed me to. But let's just face it, the economy is not the same no more. So what I was saying is, are you going to be one of those families that's going to be struggling? Because I am. Because
I did not realize that I did not update my stuff for my benefits this month. So we ain't had shit all fucking month. My mother-in-law has had to buy us food. And I'm gonna show you something. That's what I have in my account. That's all I have. And between the 5 of us, we get $261.50. That's all we get. Between 5 people. $261.50 each. We're not getting a fucking fortune. We're not getting a fuck ton. Does that make sense? And because the tariffs and the price is cut up on every fucking thing, I get less food now when I go shopping. And I haven't changed up my shopping list at all. Haven't gotten extra shit, none of that. I've actually gotten less than what I usually would get. When I go shopping, I pick out, I don't get the same shit anymore because I can't afford all of it. And half of our stamps are spent on stuff to drink. If you are not on them, if you had the privilege of not being on benefits like that, you know what you could do to help everybody out? Not vote against it. Because you don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like to wonder how the fuck you're gonna feed your goddamn kid. Oh, just work harder, just work harder, just work harder. We did. We did. I was middle class. I got as high up on the fucking success ladder. Lower middle class. My husband used to make $48 an hour. Now he makes $13 an hour. For the first time ever, since my husband and I have been together for the last 12 years, he makes bi-weekly pay now. And you know what happens during that bi-weekly pay? I take $260 and I stick it the fuck away for rent. Everything else goes to bills. My husband's in college. My oldest is in middle school. I don't think y'all understand what happens to a child when they start reaching teenage years, but their appetite is way more. I try to get a job, but since I've been at home for so fucking long, I don't get a call back. I literally cannot fucking work because I decided to be a stay-at-home mom. And now when I try to go fucking work, oh, sorry, nope, you gotta have this much work time, you gotta have this much experience, you have to have money for a food handler's card, like, Y'all make it so hard for people to fucking work. And then you want to bitch about people not working. I'm fed the fuck up. Tired of y'all thinking that everyone that gets assistance for shit just milks it. No. My husband makes probably $2,000 a month now. You think that pays for every fucking thing? No. That means my husband probably makes around less than $35,000 a year. That's not a lot. He is in school for IT. He's in school to do cybersecurity. So we don't have to be on a bunch of shit. But let me tell you something, Mr. Judgy, Mrs. fucking Judgy. I wasn't on assistance for 3 years. And it was the first time I had gotten out of assistance because I had to grow up on fucking assistance. When my parents got divorced, my mom went on assistance. I grew up on the shit. I remember whenever the shit wasn't a card, it was actual fucking stamps, and you would get white label foods. I grew up on this shit. It is impossible to get the fuck out of it if you grow up on it. You don't understand that. Oh, but go to college. How the fuck am I supposed to go if I can't fucking afford it? And now, there's no funding for fucking grants and shit. Do you realize if my husband flunks out and can't pay it back, that's $20,000 in fucking debt we're gonna be in? But no, go to school. Go to fucking school, right? I want you to take your hand, go way up in your fucking ass, okay? And I want you to dig around in there and pull the shit out and fucking eat it, because that's all you're spewing. Oh, well, you probably just shop for junk and blah, 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 blah. I shop for meals. I shop in meals. I get four of the same thing whenever I get canned foods. I buy fucking one each of the fucking meats if I can afford it. I'm not buying steak every fucking day. No, I'm getting hamburger meat, which a decent 3 fucking pounds. Do you know how much 3 to 5 fucking pounds of hamburger meat is now? $60. That's the big tubes. The big tubes are like 60 to 80 bucks. Some places a gallon of milk is like $8 fucking. Like if you can't make it to Walmart and you go to like Hop and Sack, it's $8 fucking for a gallon of milk. Bag of sugar at the Hop and Sack, 17. I'm not fucking joking. But oh no, don't let nobody have fucking soda and shit. Nobody can have a nice sweet fucking treat for you to escape from the bullshit that's going on. You know, some people that are diabetic, that are on assistance, they need that soda. They need that candy bar. Because if their sugar bottoms out, they can go into a coma. But you don't give a fuck about that, right? Why the fuck are y'all siding with billionaires and millionaires? They don't give a fuck about you. They got money. They see you as shit. And you voted for it twice. The tiki torches weren't enough. This was the end result from the tiki torches. That was phase 1. Did you grow up eating 69-cent party burritos? Because your mom got to take the fucking change out of the machines because she worked maintenance at the apartments you lived in? I ain't complaining. Now those burritos are fucking delicious. I love me Taco Bueno. I love me some Taco Bueno. Because it's cheap. And now it's not even fucking cheap anymore. My husband just told me that my phone is turned off because we couldn't afford our fucking bill. We switched to Boost. I fucking can't with you people that don't know the struggle.
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I can't do this. They don't take it for none of the chips. None of the chips. None of the things.
I can bring no more. Okay,
Only these. That's ridiculous. I'm gonna have to come back.
do it again.
I swear to Daddy Almighty, this dang EBT card better work. I got 600 kids, 3 packs of ramen left, and Dollar General acting like I'm asking for a loan.
Mom, we're on the
Well, maybe if your daddy didn't blow the gas money on scratch offs. I just had to walk away from $800 worth of groceries. I had freaking 3 carts. I have been shopping for over an hour here at Walmart.
got my food stamps back, right? I have been without my food stamps for like 3 months now, okay? And I have been fighting with my caseworker to get them back. Finally get them back, and I also get back pay from the last 3 months that I went without. So I had over $12,000 on my EBT card. Go up to the register, swipe my card. Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am, it didn't go through. No, swipe it again. I know I've got money on there. Declined. 4 times she tried swiping it. Declined. Call my caseworker. Of course she's not available. Of course she's not available. I have no food in my freaking house for 3 months now. I have 6 kids at home that are expecting a... Why does this happen to me?
They cut my food stamps. I ain't paying for none of this shit. I got babies at home that gotta eat. You think I'm just gonna leave my cart here? Hell no. I ain't paying nothing. I'm walking out with it. Try and stop me.
For those of you laughing because I'm on welfare, I just want to show you something real quick. This is my upcoming pending deposit for SNAP EBT for November. If you are laughing at me right now because you think that I'm going to suffer come November, you better think again. I know how to work the system into my favor. I know how to get what I want. I have multiple sources of income, and that's where a lot of you go wrong. You rely on one source of income. But if you had multiple, if something like this were to happen where EBT gets shut down, you still have your other sources of income. But
now, do y'all see what I am talking about? People like you just seen it in that video is the people that's being targeted. They feel as though there's nothing wrong with what the fuck they are doing. This is why I said it's like a Ponzi scheme they done set up, but why they thinking that they're giving us benefits and we think it's benefits is really a trap. It's to keep us in perpetual cycle of needing help because we can't afford to live on our own because they control the prices of everything else. So when everyone losing their benefits right now, it just seems as though it's the black people because they are literally the ones that's been trapped into survival mode. Meanwhile, the people that's getting the real benefits, like I've been telling y'all for the longest, which is everyone else that's not even American, they are receiving mad benefits. The difference is, it's all free money that they just literally blow because they have multiple sources of income. So if they was to ever lose any of these benefits, guess what? They're still on the top. And that's exactly why it's unfair. This is how people create generational wealth by using the government funds, which is really our credit, the American people. And of course, Trump knows that people that's up there with him is getting food stamps too. It says Ohio millionaire on food stamps says he has lunch with Donald Trump. But inside the story, of course, he says he's not going to ask for any help from Donald Trump because he knows Donald Trump does not support the bullshit that he's doing. Then I know you had to hear about this story some years ago because it went nationwide and really pulled it out to the forefront that people be mad rich and they be on government assistance, bro. So these people living in a $1.2 million yacht and received over $167,000 of food stamps and public assistance, bro. And they failed to report $3 million they deposited in the bank accounts. You see, essentially all this government assistance that's been given out is literally just a cushion for all the quote-unquote immigrants, which is really the foreigners from all the different nations because we've been invaded and taken over already. What we are seeing now is the end of the evasion, but everyone is fighting for it to continue. And I keep telling people, leave this reality behind because this reality is false. It's literally our hell, but their heaven. As in the American people's hell, but the literal whole world's heaven because they are benefiting off of our credit. Like I keep telling y'all, we're the ones, we are the basis of the actual financial system, which is the energy system that creates and manifests everything that we see. So as I mentioned earlier, right, everything's like a Ponzi scheme, no matter how you look at it, on every angle. The stock markets, the corporations, the law system, it's all the same. But we are literally in a position to where we will feel the effects well before everyone else does, because we already on the bottom. So what's happening, everybody dropped to the bottom with us, but they're going to continue to drop as we start to rise. Because once we gain control of our own energy, they can't really control anything else no more. So as I was saying, the Ponzi schemes is putting all that on us, all the pressure on us. So they're trying to get us to use our energy to manifest a new reality for them to live in. And that's something we just can't do. And this is why I try to wake everybody up to the actual truth and make it make sense, so you can take control of your energy. Y'all must recognize who the real enemies are and accept the fact that we all been living a lie this whole time. Anyways, I hope y'all picked up what I put down. Y'all know how I keep it. Y'all be guys. Hey.
Now, before anyone, get it twisted, this video is not about shaming anybody. I'm showing this because I want y'all to see it's not just Black people out here, struggling or, going off about EBT. Like, I know the media loves to paint us as the face of poverty, but look around. There's plenty of clips, that show plain as day that everybody is feeling it. Now, there are white families out here panicking too. Like, we're not the only ones. I know there are a lot of videos of Black people and people stitching Black women going off and crashing out about possibly not having EBT in November. However, I wanted to share light too that it's not just them. And like I said, this is not me looking down on no one. I totally get it, right? But yeah, look at when the system starts cutting benefits, it does not discriminate on who hurts first. You have to know that, right? Like, it just hits the poorest the hardest. That's who it hurts the most. But I want y'all to notice how they only spotlight us. I know y'all seen it, and the people have talked about it, right? Like, they'll take one viral clip of a Black woman being frustrated and then, turn it into a stereotype. While, you got folks of other races, they can cry online and then, they'll get sympathy. So this is not about laughing at anyone's pain, as I already said. This is just about balance. It's about showing the truth. Because, what's happening right now, it proves that this system, it was never meant to save you, my FBA brothers and sisters. It was never meant to save you, we've been through this before. We know how to survive. We know how to, make a dollar out of 15 cents. We know how to do that. And this is why, we have to build our own. We have to build our own. We have to share food, grow on our own, lean on our community, and that's the energy that we have to get back to. Because this right here, this is proof that it is not just a Black issue. It's an American issue. The only difference is, they make sure that we are the face of the struggle. Always. They always make sure of that, right? And then, they hide theirs behind the camera. That's just a fact. So I just wanted to show you a couple of clips. There were plenty more, but the video just would have been too long. I know there were a couple white women that were trolling, which I found was funny. But no, at the same time, like I said, I feel especially the lady who talked about her husband. He made $48 an hour. I don't know what happened, where maybe he lost his job, obviously. But I felt her. Like, this is real. Everybody is going through a tough time right now. It's not easy for nobody. Even the people who are making six figures, they still have their own issues. So it's just a time right now where you have to be focused. You're going to have to really, rub some pennies together and learn to save, learn to do things back in, the old ways. And that's just what it is. So my heart goes out to everyone who will hurt because of this, especially the children. I'm all for the children. So, but as people, my Black people, we have to do better. We have to learn to save for rainy days. We have to learn to stop depending on the government. We have to learn, like I said, to get back to the old ways and grow our own food and work as a community. And like I said in another video, I don't know if it was on TikTok or here, shop with local farmers, Black farmers, if you really can, because no one's going to have our back like us. As we see with this diaspora, Black Americans, FBAs, we are out here on our own. No one is here for us, whereas we used to be here for everyone else. We used to fight everyone's battle with them, and no one's here with us. So we ride this train solo. So Black Americans have to be on code, keep delineating, but be on one accord with one another. And we just have to, we are no struggle to the pain. No struggle. We are no stranger to the pain. We are no stranger to the struggle. So we always want to rise up as we always have done in the past. So again, if you are one of my FBAs who are on government assistance, just learn from the situation. Because I personally don't feel like they want to go over, into November. And if they do, it won't last too long. That's my opinion. It's either two things going to happen. Either A, we're going to go into November without no one getting stamps, right? And people are either going to crash out, and that's what Donald Trump wants, is to crash out to, implement martial law, or to get us out there, right? To get us Black Americans out, because we've been sitting everything out. So that's either what's going to happen, or they want to come to a resolution and it won't even happen at all. So one or two things. And if we do go into November without no stamps, y'all don't go in here acting a fool. I know we gotta feed our babies, but if we do go into it in November, this is a test, right? Y'all don't see that? This is a test, in my opinion. But I personally don't feel like we're going to go over. But hey, I could be wrong. I'm not the most political person. But if we do, I'm just saying that would be the reason why we do. Because y'all on this internet acting a fool, saying what y'all want to do. And, Donald like, okay, let me see him do it. So go ahead and do it so I can go ahead and implement that. Right? Don't give it to him. Don't give it to him. But also too, I want to put in, and I'm gonna land my plane. Right? So I seen a woman on TikTok, and she said that what we can do, since they want to not get food stamps in November, don't shop. Don't shop for these holidays. This is holiday season. Don't shop for, y'all already shop for Halloween candy. I know y'all did. So that's out the window. But for Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, don't do it. Don't give them a satisfaction. We all know just how Target, just from doing Target, right? We know that these people love their money. So when we start messing with their money, that's when shit's gonna change. So, like she said, you don't have turkey every year. You can do without turkey this one time. And for Black Friday, you done bought a TV last year. Your kids got tablets, they got toys. You can go without doing any of the holidays. That's how I feel. I've already stopped last year. I stopped celebrating these pagan holidays anyway. So, that's just how I feel. take this situation as a lesson of discipline. We learn from it and do better.